Good day to all my students. This is Miss Sydney. I'm here to show you how to solve the paper that I gave you during the class one by one. So PT3 Mathematics Model Test 4, let's start now. So question number 1, choose the correct answer. Now, if this question only cost us 2 marks, then we can just use calculator and get the answer. However, over here, do you see the mark allocation 4 marks? That means we have to show working. So over here, let's start. Now, according to the BODMAS rule, we have to do whatever inside the bracket first. So whatever outside the bracket, let's copy it. Focus our effort in just solving whatever inside. So we have to do the division first. So let's solve the division. So 30 divided by 6, we have 5. Okay, next, still inside the bracket because we have to solve the bracket first. So 18 plus 5, we have 23. Now we expand outwards. That means we have to take the 23 times 3 first. Do not take 87 minus 3. A lot of students take 87 and minus 3. Then only they multiply with 23. This is wrong. Okay, if you got this is wrong. Okay, this is wrong. We have to do from inside the bracket and outwards. That means we have to solve the bracket, multiply with the number 3 over at the front there. So we have 69. Then 87 minus 69, we will have 18. So A is our answer. Okay, we need to show working because of the marks allocation. Now next, part 2. Now we always do the division first, so let's underline, do not bracket, yeah? Alright, so the one that we haven't really want to use it, we copy. So 600 divided by 150, we got 4, and then plus 50. This one you can use calculator, no issue, yeah? So the next one, you just use calculator. You do from left to right. So 1,300 minus 4 plus 50. So we have 1,346. So B is our answer. Okay, must remember to circle the answer. That's it. Now we can use the calculator to check for us. So 87 minus 3, follow exactly how the question is being set. You just key in everything in your calculator, and then it will do the checking for you. See whether you got the final answer correct or not. Okay? So next, we proceed to question number B. Now, calculate the difference between the lowest common multiples and the highest common factors of the set numbers given. So we need to find the lowest common multiples and highest common factors, and then we need to find the difference. Read your question carefully, okay? So first, let's find the LCM. So we take 6, 16, 24. This is the method to solve the highest common factors and lowest common multiples question. Always divided by the lowest prime number. Okay. Now, so when we reach here, you will notice that there is no more common factors here. Okay, we can find from here, we can find the highest common factors. Highest common factors is when we stop. When there is no more common factors. So over here, highest common factors is 2, and the lowest common multiple, we should continue with this. So start with 3, because 3 is the one that can divide majority of the number here. 3, 1. The one that cannot be divided, you just bring it down and then continue until we get 1 at the bottom of the working. Okay, you stop when there is 1, so the lowest common multiple will be the product of all on the left side. So lowest common multiple will be 2 times 3 times 4 and the 2 twice, so square it. So we will have 4, 4, 16, 4 times 4, 16, and then times the 3 over here. So it's 48. Therefore, don't forget to answer the question. The difference, we take the higher value minus the lowest value. So 46 is our answer. Okay, so 3 marks. 1 mark for lowest common multiples, 1 mark for highest common factors, and 1 mark for your difference that you have found. Next, part C, we're still at number 1. Now, how to solve this question? Maria bought 600 grams of fish. Whitney bought thrice the mass of fish. Thrice the mass means 3 times. So you analyze the question as you read along, okay? That Millie bought, we have another character here. They bought 4.2 kg fish altogether. So how many grams we need to give our answer in terms of grams of fish did Millie buy? So Millie is the unknown here. So what can we do? Let's write down the important information. So Maria is 600 gram, and I don't know what is Millie, so we let Millie be X, and then Whitney is 3 times Millie, right? So 3x. And all together, they bought 4.2 kg. That means 600 plus x plus 3x equals to 4,200 gram. Let's change to gram right away because our final answer in gram. Okay, and then we just solve this algebraic equation. So x plus 3x, we have 4x. So 4,200, we don't want the 600 to be here, yeah? So bring across the equal sign. So minus 600. Okay, they're all in gram, yeah? So this one, after we minus, we have 3,600 gram in hand. That is 4x. So what is x? So we have to, you want to find x, so you divide 4 on both sides. So 3,600 divided by 4, we have 900 gram. So x representing milli, right? So we have just found the amount that milli bought, yeah? So 900 gram is our answer. 3 marks. 1 mark for this. 1 mark for 4x equals to 3,600 gram. And then final x equals to 900 gram. Now your units must be correct to get the full marks. Next, question number 2. Now the diagram below shows some prime factors of 210. So what is the value of x, y, z? Now, how do we find prime factors in the first place? We use the algorithm tree method, yeah? So that means we take 210, or keep dividing it into 2. All right, we use the binary system because prime factors is a number that can only be divided by 1 in itself. That means there is only 2 divisors. So we use this method. The smallest prime number is 2. So divided by 2. So you will have 1, 0, 5. And then we continue to split the 105. So divided by 5. Okay, to 21. And 21 can still be divided 3 and 7. and we stop when everything is in, sorry, this is 2. Everything is in prime number. So 210 is the result of 2 times 5 times 3 times 7. So we have already one prime factors 2 over here. So therefore x must be 3, and then y must be 5, and z must be 7. Now, of course, your x, y, z can be anything, but I just have this habit to write in according to alphabetical order and according to the value of the number in ascending order. So 1 mark each for your unknown. So this is question 2A. Next, 2B. Now we got to calculate this, involve the conversion of from one unit to another unit. So over here we need to multiply first. So 4 marks, so we got to show the working. So for each of them we can multiply. So part 1, let me show here. Part 1. So 3 meter times 26 cm. So 26 cm times 4. I'm sorry, 3 meter 26 cm times 4. So we take 26 cm times 4 to get the cm part. That is 104 cm. And the meter 3 times 4 is 12. Right? We got the answer right away. So 12 and 104. Probably just to be safe, we do like this. 326 times 4 to show working. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry, not yet. And cm, the maximum is 100 cm, so we got extra over here. So we minus 100 cm, and then we carry forward 1 meter to the front. So we will have 13 meter and 4 cm. Okay, my fault, So this is the working. Next, and you will notice that I actually seldom use a vertical working because the marks is given normally at the horizontal working. Only cases like this we need vertical working. So we got to show this. So next, this part, gram and milligram, and our final answer has to be in gram. So we have to convert. Now there's few way. If I were to do, I will change everything into gram, then only I minus. But we can do this way. Gram and milligram, we write ones on top and the figure at the bottom. And then minus 52, 793. And let's minus this. Now, not enough to minus. Now, we look at the number as a whole item over here. So, we do not have enough milligram to minus this. So, we got to borrow from the gram. So, 1 gram is 1,000 milligrams. So, now we have 1,461 on top here for us to minus 793. So, over here, 1461. Okay, over here we just use our calculator to get the answer. No need to calculate no need to use mental calculation. Okay, 668, and then 62 minus 52, we have 10 over here. Now everything has to be changed to gram. Now this is not even a gram, therefore if we were to change it, we have to take 668 divided by 1000 so that we can convert it to gram. That will be 0.668 gram plus to the 10, so we will have 10.668 gram as our answer. Okay, next. All right, the following diagram shows a right prism. We have 3, 4 immediately linked with Pythagoras theorem because you see the right angle over here. So let's put down the information that we have. The Pythagoras trial, this is 5. Now use pencil. So should there any things that I want to erase, I can erase it, yeah? Now draw in full scale the net. Oh, this is drawing the scale of the net of the prism on the answer space, and the grid has equal squares with sides of 1 unit. Okay, let's look at the, so we have, so over here, that means each of the square here is 1, what does it say? 1 unit. 1 unit, yeah? Okay, so let's recall how does it look like, so that I do not need to flip the paper. Okay, this is the shape. 5, 3, 4, is it? Oh, 4, 3. 4, 3. Now, so what do we do over here? How do we open up, okay, and draw it? So we can start by fix the base. Let's draw the base first. So we fix the base and then everything just open up to the other side. So or you can just fix the base right in the middle, and then this side we let it flat down up above, and then this side, the slanting surface, will come down at the bottom. So let's do this way. Now when we draw, we have to use the pencil, no pen. Okay, we have to use pencil to draw. Now, so let's draw the base over here. It's 4 units by 5 units, yeah? So 4 by 5. Yeah, 4 by 5. I think it's pretty small if I were to use 4 by 5. In exam, I think the grid will be much bigger. This grid is just too small, unless they mean this is 1 unit and 1 unit. Yeah, we just take this as 1 unit, okay? So 5 and then 4. So 5 unit and then 4 upwards. Okay. So 5 and 4. We have done the base. Now let's do the slanting surface, this one. Can you see the slanting surface? As I said just now, 3, 4, 5. So it is 5 by 5. So let's draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's over here and here. Okay, so once we have done the slanting side, then we take this upright, the vertical side. It is 3 by 5. So 5 is here, so just draw the 3. 3 is the one that will be putting down on the surface. Okay, next we will have the triangle. So let's let the triangle stick to the base. So we will have 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. We just need to open up the triangle towards the left side with 3 units. 3 units over here, and then just join to the, it was my base. Oh, the base is over here, sorry. So over here, that is why we have to draw on the we have to draw using the pencil so that we can erase the part that we drew wrongly. Okay, so same thing goes to the other side. Let's push it down onto the right side, and that's it. Okay, so we have just done the net. Next, round off the following decimal number. Now, so we have to round off the number, yeah, to 1 decimal place. So let's start with 3 decimal places. So 1, 2, 3. So underline the third decimal places. That means the fourth one is the one that we need to get rid. But before we get rid of it, always remember 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We round down. That means we do not need to carry forward. But 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we need to round up. That means we need to carry forward. Okay? So in this case, the third 3 decimal places, we look at 1, 2, 3, starting from the decimal point, 1, 2, 3. So this is the third decimal places. The fourth one has to be get rid of. Before we get rid of it, check. Should we round up? No need. So we just take it away by writing the 3 decimal places only without carry forward any number to the 7. Then we go to the second 2 decimal places. So 2 decimal places, we have 1 over here. Before we decided to get rid of the 7 and the 3, we have to check 7. 7, we want to throw this number and towards the left, we want to throw it away. But before we throw it away, we have to check it is here. So we need to round up. So we round up to the one that we underline. So 1 plus 1, we got 2. So we have 2.82. All right, then only we go to the first decimal place. Now the underline, because I want 1 decimal place only, always check the one on the right side, because these are the one that we need to get rid of. So we have to check them before we just discard them like that. So 1, it is in this group, no need to round up, so just round off, round down will do. So we will have 2.8. That's it, 1 decimal place. Now, same thing goes to the next number. 3 decimal places, 1, 2, 3. Underline the third one and look at the fourth one. Underline the one that you want and look at the one on the right side. It's more than 5, so we round up. So when we round up, we need to add 1 here. Isn't it 9 plus 1 will become 10? So our number will become 17.4 after you add 9. Now the 9 plus 1 will be 10. We still need to write the 0 because it's 3 decimal places. If you just write 17.49, then the answer is only 2 decimal places, but we want 3. Therefore, the 0 has to be included. Now, next 2 decimal places. So we underline the second decimal place and look at the one on the right side. So it's rounding up. We need to round up. That means carry forward 1 over here. So we have 17.49. Okay. And first decimal place, again, we need to round up. So 17.5. The next question, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And look at the fourth decimal place. The number we need to round up because it's falling into the second group that we need to carry forward to the one that we underlined. So the answer will be 56.397. And the next one will be same thing. We got to round up. So we add 1 to the 9 here, become 10. So we have to carry forward. So we will have 56.40. Again, we need to write the 0 so that we fulfill the requirement of rounding off this number into 2 decimal places. Next 1 decimal place, we underline the first decimal place and look at the one at the back. All right, the immediate one at the back. So round up, so 56.4. Yes, this and this, the value is the same, but in terms of the concept is different. This one is correct to 1 decimal place. This one is correct to 2 decimal places. Next question, 3 decimal places, 1, 2, 3. Look at the one on the right, fall into the cross group. No need to round up, so just copy everything except the number that we want to discard. we want to leave it in the 3 decimal places. Next, 2 decimal places, so we underline the second decimal place and look at the third one. It's 8, so we need to round it up, so carry forward 1 over here, so it will be 113.03. Next 1 decimal place, the one to the right side. Okay, we just need to round down, so 113.0. You need to write the 0 because 1 decimal place. That's it, 4 points. Now, next question. Solve each of the following. So we need to solve the algebraic equation. So how do we solve? Always remember, the one that we want to find is y. The unknown is to find the value of y. So the rest of the number, we just bring to the other side of the equation. And once we bring the number to the other side of the equation, we reverse its function. So the 4 over here, means divide the 3y. So once we bring the 4 across, it becomes times to the other side. So we will have 3y equals to 24 times 4. And therefore y will equals to 24 times 4 divided by 3. This one you can use calculator or always simplify before you multiply. So y equals to 32. Okay, now next. Now do not bother to take 24 times 4 because you are involving a huge number. And after all, you need to divide, so might as well we just write everything in place and simplify first before we multiply. So we can reduce the careless mistake when we solve multiplication or division that involve a big number. Next, this is an equation. Before we solve this, always open up the bracket. Okay, so over here we will have, open up this. Okay, draw the arrow so that remind yourself that you need to multiply the number in front to whatever inside the bracket. So 2 times 2m, we have 4m. 2 times -1, we have -2. 9, not doing anything, just copy. -2 times 3, we have -6. Negative times negative, we have positive. 2 times m, we have 2m. Now, our objective is to solve. Solve means give the value of our variable. So our variable here is m. So let's group all the m on the left-hand side. That means you have plus 2m here. So we want to move it across to the other side. So plus 2m. Once you bring across the equal sign, the function will change to its reverse function, become minus. And for this side, 9 minus 6, the minus 2 we bring to the other side, become plus 2. Okay? And then 4m minus 2m, we have 2m. 4 apples after eaten 2 apples, you still left with 2 apples. Okay? So 9 minus 6 is 3, so plus 2, we got 5. So m will equals to 5 over 2. So that is our answer. Okay, all right, and just leave it in a fraction form. You don't have to change to decimal. Next, the mean for 7 numbers is 28. When a number of value v is removed from the number group, the new mean is 26. Now, okay, we have a lot of information over here. So let's write down. We have 7 numbers. That means n. Remember the formula that involved the mean? That is x bar equals to the total data divided by the number of data. So this is the formula that you should have in mind. Yeah? Now, so as long as we can find the 2 of the component of your equation, we can find the subject that we want. Okay, so the mean for 7 numbers, so n is 7. And the mean refer to the x bar. So I have x bar equals to 28 because it says is 28. Okay, now after we take out v, so we have a new number, n will equals to 6 now. 6 number is because v is taken out. So let's find out what is our total number here first. So we have x bar, that is 28, and the formula is the total of your data divided by n, means your total number, equals to 28. Therefore, what is our total number initially? So 28 times the 7. So what do we have? We have 196. And 196 after we take away v, and then the new mean is 26. Okay, so let's do it. The new bar, yeah, x bar, the second one, is now 26. So how do we find this in the first place? Isn't it we take the original total number minus the v, okay, and what left is only 6 number, so divided by 6, so we got 26 over here. So 196 minus the v equals to 26 times 6, so we have 26 times 6, we have 156, and to find v, we just, v go there, 156 come here, so we will have 196 minus 156, that is 40. We have found our v. Okay, 1 mark for your answer, 1 mark for this part. 196 minus v equals 156. Another marks is for you to find 196. 3 marks altogether. So that is question number 3. Now let's go to question number 4. Now match the following. So this one you can use calculator to solve. We want to spend more time with the question that need to show working, because this one, each question, once you get it correct, 4 marks. So one marks for each, so no need to waste time. So just use our calculator. Now the question is, do you know how to use the calculator? Okay, so 4 to the power of 4 minus 6 to the power of 3. So we have 40 as our answer. So just use ruler and join to the answer. Now use pencil, preferably, unless you are very confident like me. But if you are using a calculator, then shouldn't be any issue. Just use pen as you like. But I think using pencil as the habit is always should be encouraged. Yeah. So next, cube. When do we find cube? Yeah, just in case some of you don't know. Now cube is actually at the function, the button of squared. So we need to call, you may not see it clearly. So this is the square root. So the cube root is right on top. So when we want to call the function from the top, we use shift. Okay, shift and press the button so that we call the function at the top of that button. So we have 0.6, and the last one, no need to count. That will be the only answer for it. That's it for 4A. Okay, next. Now for this one, we have to show working, 3 marks over here. This is index question. Now once you see index question, always have the habit to change the whole equation, the number that you can see in the index form. You see this 57 and 3,125. Let's try to change, I'm sorry, the question. You look at the English version and the Bahasa version is different. I think the English version has mistake over here. The question should be 5 raised up to the power of 7 minus x equals to 3,125. So always cross-check the English version and the BM version. But I believe in PT3 they would not have this kind of mistake. Yeah? Okay. We continue. So for this, let's try and error, okay? 5 raised up to the power of what? Give us 3,125. So probably we start with like 5. Start with something very huge. Hey, we got it. All right. 5 raised up to the power of 5. So let's write this way. So 5 raised up to the power of 7 minus x equals to 5 raised up to the power of 5. This is what I mean, yeah? We write this number because this is index form. So let's write the other side of the equation in the index form as well so that we can compare apple to apple. You see, index number, their base is the same. Therefore, index should be equivalent. So 7 minus x equals to 5. Therefore, in order to find x, x has to be positive, yeah? So I bring the x over there so that x become positive. And the 5 at the same time I bring over here. 7 is not moving. So 7 has no changes in terms of function. It's still a positive 7 over here. Positive 5, the function, it actually means 0 plus 5. So when you bring across, it become minus 5. So therefore, x will equals to 2. So always write like this. Your variable has to be always on the left-hand side, the answer on the right-hand side. So that is, we have found our x. Okay, next question. C. The following diagram shows a circle with center O. Okay, center O is over here. And EF is parallel to HG. Now, when we see the keyword parallel, think of the property of angle that deal with parallel. Like we have F shape, which is the corresponding angle, the zigzag, which is the alternate angle, and this. I'm not sure whether it will be useful, but every time when you see this, try to call this information out from your memory. So now next, let's do this one, yeah? So we need to find the value of x and y. So x and y is over here. So how can we solve this question? Always find the x first, okay? Always write it in the alphabetical, find the solve according to the alphabetical order. So you will see, as I said, you see these two parallel line and look for the straight line to connect them, which is the transversal. So this is a transversal. Once you connect this, do you see the U shape over here? Because x and 102, they are face to face, they are inside, so they are interior angle. So we know that x plus 102 is 180. So to find x, go straight to the point. 180 minus 102 degree. Okay, so this one we will have 78. So we have found our x. Next, let's find y. Now, how do we find y? Yeah. Okay, so for this one, let's try to do some, because this circle, so we know about the cyclic quadrilateral, don't we? So we can just add a straight line to make all the vertices on the circumference of the circle. Now you notice I use pencil. Again, I need to stress, use pencil when you want to scribble on the diagram given, okay? Now, so over here, this is center, then this one must be the radius. So if this is the radius, then we can find the angle, because this one will form the isosceles triangle. So we can find this angle right away. How? Now, so this one will be 180. Oh, let's use pen because this is the additional working that assists us to find the y. So let's do it here. 180 minus 84 and then divided by 2, since the angle over here and here is equivalent. So for this one, use calculator and get the value, minus 84 and divided by 2. 180 minus 84 divided by 2. So we have 48 over here. Okay, now I just want to remind all of you, yeah? So if you put 180 minus 84 divided by 2 like this, you will not get the correct answer because the calculator will automatically count the divide for you because it follows the rules, the parentheses. Yeah. Now, so what we need to do is we need to create our own bracket over here in your calculator. Otherwise, you see, I don't get the correct answer. Okay, so what we need to do is we have to enter first to get what is the result, 180 minus 84. 2. If you want to do everything together, you will need to put bracket 180 minus 84 and then divided by 2. Okay, we have to give clear instruction to the calculator so that the calculator will carry out the subtraction for us first before divide. Now these look very simple, so this is the one that I need to remind you the skill of using the calculator, the correct steps. Yeah, the correct step. So we have 48 over here. Now, and according to the cyclic quadrilateral, the one that is opposite, remember, the angle H over here and the angle F over here total up to be 180 degree. So therefore, we can find Y by taking, you see, Y plus 48, Y plus this 48, yeah, equals to 180 minus 102. Because the total of the opposite angle is 180. So 180 minus this, I will left with this angle, which is Y plus the 48. So to find Y, I'll just need to take the 78 minus the 48. So Y is 30 degree. And we need to find Y degree. Yeah? So put the Y degree there. So 30 degree over here. Make sure the unit are all written there. Sorry. Okay, so we have found our X and Y. Next, this one. Name the following angles using the correct symbols and letters. We have to name the angle. Not name the type of angle, but name this angle. The keyword is by using the correct symbol. So how do we name this angle? The angle is at R. So R has to be in the middle. And the R is made from the line PR and QR. So the P has to be in front, Q at the back. And put the symbol. So this will be our answer. Angle PRQ. Now, should you write angle QRP? Acceptable. QRP. But if you give me PQR, no. QPR, no. Sorry. The angle should be written in the middle. Okay. So part 2, the angle will be X, Y, Z. Next, this angle will be angle E, F, G. I will have the habit to write in the alphabetical order. But if you write angle G, F, E, it is acceptable as well. So this question, 3 marks. That's it, how you get the 3 marks. Eh? Now, normally A question are all very simple. Test you on your basic concept of the topic. Now, next, in this diagram, P prime, Q prime, and R prime. So check where it is as you read. So P prime, Q prime, R prime is the image. So this is the image, and this will be our object. Write it down clearly so that you will not make mistake later when you describe your transformation. So this is transformation E. Can you check? You see the original PQR so small and P prime, Q prime, R prime so big. Definitely there is only one transformation, that is enlargement. How do we describe this? How many marks? Let's check. 3 marks. Where does the 3 marks come from? First, we have to write. Now, the transformation E, right? We just write E equals to. No need to write in full sentence. Transformation E is. No need. Just write E equals. What is that? enlargement. 1 mark for this word, enlargement. And next, with the scale factor. This will be our second mark, k equals to what? Now, how do we find this? We'll find this later, yeah? With the scale factor k equals to what? About. Use the word about the center of enlargement. About the center. What is our center? We have to find out. So 1 point for enlargement, 1 point for our scale factor value, and 1 point about which point. So let's draw first. How do we find the center of enlargement? What we need to do is join the corresponding point. That means you see P prime, you join with P. P prime, join with P. Make sure the tip of the pencil is at that point. So you have to move your ruler until we get a very accurate line. Next, R and R prime, let's join together. Okay. And to be safe, Q and Q prime. And you will notice that these 3 lines intersect at one point. That is this point. Can you see that? It intersects 3 lines, passes through this point. So this will be our center of enlargement. So what is the coordinates? So let's look at the x. Always say the x first, then only we say the y. So the x coordinates, let's look down. It's 2. And the y coordinate is 6. So this is our center. Then how do we find the scale factor? So we should use the corresponding side, yeah? But this is the slanting line. Okay, fine. This slanting line is the diagonal. So we can count the diagonal. You see how many diagonals over here? 1, 2, 3, and the original is 1. So the scale drawing is always, we take the drawing over the object. Drawing means image. Huh? So the image, 3 diagonals. So we put 3. The object is 1. Now we either count the number of horizontal line, or we count the number of vertical lines, or we count the number of the diagonal. Okay, if you have something like this, but not the diagonal, but like that, we cannot count, oh, 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 units, it's 4 units, like that. No way. We can't count this way. We can only count the unit when it is horizontal, vertical, or diagonal. Okay, that is why I use this. Okay, now, because we already done this in our class, I have shown you how to count the scale factor when the line is slanting but not at the diagonal, but it's something like this. How do we count? I already taught you, so I'm not going to repeat here. Okay, so we already found that our scale factor is 3. So that is our answer. So full marks. 3 marks over here: enlargement, scale factor, and the center. Next question. This one, part C, the diagram shows a Cartesian plane whereby P, Q, R, S are on the straight line. Now, given the Q and R, they are the midpoint of PR. Okay, Q, midpoint of PR. That means let's write down the information again. The midpoint of PR is Q. And the midpoint of PS is R. Okay, so we're going to use the formula of midpoint to find the answer. Now, okay, so since we have R and we have S, yeah, and R, S, so we use this one. Okay, let's start with this. How do we find the midpoint of PS in the first place? Now, I don't have P, so let's call P generally X1, Y1. Okay, so to use this formula, we have to take the coordinate X of P and S. We add together divided by 2, and coordinate of Y from P and S and divided by 2. That will give us the R. So let's write that down. So we will have X plus the coordinates X for the point S, which is 10, divided by 2, comma, Y1 plus, X1 plus with the S, yeah? The Y coordinates from the S, which is 2, and then divided by 2. That will give us R, which is 6, 6. And once we form this one, okay, and we can find our X by taking them out separately. X coordinates equal to X coordinates, and Y coordinates equals to Y coordinates. So over here, I will have X plus 10 equals to 6 times 2. I equalize and solve right away. So X will equals to 12 minus 10. So 2 over here. And then Y1 plus 2 equals to 6 times 2. So Y1 will equals to 12 minus 2. That is 10. So we have found a P first. Therefore, P will be 2, 10. So with that, we can use this because our objective is to find Q, right? Therefore, Q is midpoint of PR. Then we have the coordinates of P and coordinates of R. Then we can apply to the same formula again. So P is 2 for X. For the R, it is 6. So divide by 2. 10 plus 6 divided by 2. So 2 plus 6 is 8 divided by 2. We have 4. 10 plus 6, we have 16 divided by 2. We have 9. And don't forget to put the bracket because, 8. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So don't forget to put the bracket because this is a coordinate. So that is our answer. Coordinates Q is 4, 8. Okay? Next. So this is how we get the 4 marks. 1 mark for this one. 1 mark for us to find the 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, your P must be correct. So start with this 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Next. Now state the most suitable unit of time for measuring time in the following event. Swimming in the Olympic size pool, of course, we measure in second. Alright, heating food in a microwave oven, we will measure it in minutes. And then next, traveling time will be in terms of hour. Completing primary school education, that will take years to complete it. So this is the suitable time unit for the question. All right, number 6B. In the following diagram, NPQ and RPS are similar triangle. Now, when you see similar triangle, this is the tips that I give you. Always write them side by side. Up side by side in terms of up and down like this. Up and down, RPS, when it is similarity. This one will show you that N correspond to R, N correspond to R, P correspond to P. They share the same point of P. Therefore, the angle must be the same. Now, two triangles are similar when their corresponding angle are the same and the corresponding sides are in proportion. So this one you can refer to the basic, yeah. But the most important steps is you write them up and down like this, and then you can compare directly. So NP will correspond to RP. Now P, you see, NPQ and RPS. By right, normally NPQ, RPS like this, but this diagram is different. The trick will be on the comparison like this. So we need to find the NS, okay? We need to find NS. So we use this one. Where is NS? NS is over here. This is the one that we need to find. Now we must compare in terms of triangle, not just compare NS to the QR. No way. We compare the full side of the triangle, not partial of it. So N, the full side will be NP. So we need to find the NP first. So to find NP, we have to use whatever we have. We have SP. We have RP. We also have QP. Oh, this one we have. So use all these and we make a similarity equation. So how? So this is the unknown, right? So NP put on top. So therefore, NP always write towards the left side. Yeah? So we may have, we will have more space if we need to show a longer working. So NP over RP, right first, over RP is the same as PQ over PS. What actually are we doing? We're using the proportion idea to solve this issue, to solve this question. So do we have RP? Yeah, double check. NP over RP equals to PQ over PS. Okay, so NP is an unknown, or we can just put NP is the result of NS plus 24. And RP, what is RP? RP is 16. And PQ, P to Q, 32 plus 16, so we will have 48 over PS, 24. And therefore, to find NS plus 24, this one go first. Yeah, go to the other side. So we will have, we can simplify this. Yeah? So times 16. Simplify this one, 24, 1, 24. 24, 2, 48. So we have 2. And therefore, NS will equals to 32 minus 24. And therefore, we will have 8 cm over here. So the answer NS equals to 8 cm. Okay. Next, simplify. We need to simplify this. Do not solve. Yeah, you are not supposed to solve. You just need simplifying the whole thing. So over here, that means you do not need to find the value of P, do not need to find the value of Q, just simplify. So how do we simplify? This is an index question. So we have to recall the law of indices. So remember, the law of indices is onto the product, a to the power of m times a to the power of n. When their base is the same, so you can just add the index. Okay, when it is divide, only when the base is the same, then we can take the index and minus them. And if you have a to the power of m, b to the power of n, and both raised up to the power of p, we should multiply the power into each and every item. A to the power of mp, b to the power of np. So based on this, we shall solve this one. So how? So over here, for this bracket, there's nothing outside, so we can just open the bracket without any issue. 2p raised up to the power of 5, q raised up to the power of 3. And let's open up this bracket. So negative 3 times negative 1. Actually, we're doing this, yeah? So times p raised up to the power of positive 3. And then divided by p to the power of negative 3, q to the power of 4. Notice that this one, the divide, is actually this. Just that I write in a fraction form. This one can be written in this way. which means this. So in this case, we know that we can take the index for the same base and we can minus them. So the two, just leave it alone, number with number, the same variable with the same variable. So for the p over here, I have p raised up to the power of 5. Over here, we have another p. So multiply. That means we need to plus the index. And down there, we have another p. We have to minus. Minus what? Exactly what index is given. We just minus exactly. Okay? You don't write 5 plus 3 and then minus the 3 because it's down there, so it's minus already. There's a negative there, don't care, just simplify. So that one is not the correct concept. So we just minus whatever that is down there. It's given -3, we minus -3. Okay, next. Once we have done with base P, let's go to base Q. Base Q is with the index 3 on top, and at the bottom is 4. So we minus the index at the bottom. So over here, we will have 2p and simplify this one. 5 plus 3, negative, negative become positive. So 5 plus 3 plus 3. So we have 11. And then q raised up to the power 3 minus 4, which is -1. Now you can leave your answer like this, and if you have plenty of time, then you just do like this lah, but not necessarily. Both is acceptable as the answer. Okay, next, number 7. State whether the following pairs of terms are like terms or unlike terms. Like terms, you see, your variable is PQ, therefore this one also PQ, so they are like terms. State whether they are like terms or unlike terms. So you have to write the words, like terms. Don't write yes or no, because the question never asks you yes or no. The question asks you like terms or unlike terms, so write in full. So what about this one? PQ squared, PQ squared. They have the same variable, so it's like terms. Okay, next, P squared Q, PQ squared. You see the square is the index for the base Q, whereas the square over here is at the base P. I mean, it's with the base P. So this is unlike terms. Unlike terms. Okay, simple. Next, B, the following diagram shows a rectangle. So we have a rectangle over here. All measurements given, 19 by 27. Okay. What we need now is to find the area in cm squared. The units are all in cm squared. I mean in cm, so area must be in cm squared of the shaded region. Now we can do few method. One is to use the rectangle minus the 4 triangles over here. Another one is, which I will do this. I will create this. You see, this is 16. Therefore, the other side is, if this is 16, the other side is 11, yeah? This is 11. So if this is 11, then we cannot use that one. We have to take the area of the rectangle and minus this 4 triangle over here. Now I was thinking to do this one, drawing like that, and then find the area of this triangle, but it seems that cannot, because this one, they are not actually bisect at 90 degrees, so I can't do that. So yeah, so I think we have to use the only way. So Shanmei, can you please take note of this, the one that I taught you in the class? I think I didn't notice about this 9 and the 11 here. They are different. So we have to use the rectangle minus this 4 triangle. So let's find the area of shaded region equals to area of the rectangle lazy to write. Okay, minus, let's call it 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, minus area of triangle number 1 and triangle number 2 and triangle number 3. Now, and triangle number 4. You can find the area of each triangle at the site, okay? Or you can find, like me lah, we do at the same time. So area of rectangle will be 19 times 27. So 19 and 27. And then minus. What is the formula to find the area of triangle? Half times the BH, the base times the height. So the first triangle, the base will be 9. So half times 9 plus, multiply with the height. What is the height over here? If this is 7, 19 minus 7, so we have 12 over here. Okay, so this is 19 minus 5, 14 over here. All right, and then the whole thing is 27. You take away 9 over here, so over here you will have 18. Okay, with all this information ready, okay, we can minus now. So half times base times height for the first triangle, and then the second triangle, half times the base. The base is 11, and the height is 7. And then minus the third triangle. Here, the base is 18, the height is 14, and then minus the last triangle, the base is 16, and the height is 5. Okay, double check. Always double check. So this is 9, this is 18, make up 27, correct? 12 and 7 make up 19, correct? 14 and 5 make up 19, correct? 11 and 16 make up 27, all correct. So now let's solve this. All right, we can use calculator. Find one by one. So just to show them, 19 times 27, 513. And then minus this one, 54. And then this one is 77 over 2. Then minus 126, right? 9 times 14. 126 and minus 40. And just use calculator for the rest of the working. So we take 513 minus 54 minus 77 over 2, and then 126 minus 40. So that will be 154 and a half. And the unit must be in cm squared. So let's put back all the cm squared on top. Okay, that's it. That's our answer for the area of the triangle, 254.5. You can just leave this as your answer because it never said that we have to change it to decimal number. So this, just leave it like that. Now, next, state the following, solve the following simultaneous equation using the, now, you have to use the instruction given. It says substitution method. So we got to substitute. So how, yeah? Okay. So we can substitute to, you see, h plus 9 goes to 3k. And then 3k, we have only one variable here. So let's use this one. That's 3k over here, right? So we have 3k equals to 4 for this one from here. 3k equals to 4. And there's 3k over here. So let's call this, we can find k right away. K is actually 4 over 3. Found it. And next, we substitute k equals to 4 over 3 into the first equation. This is first equation. This is second equation. So from second equation, 3k equals to 4. And once we have done this, then from equation 1, h plus 9 will equals to 3k. K is 4 over 3. And this is called substitution. You substitute what you have found into the equation. So h equals to 4 minus 9 equals to negative 5. That's it. We have found the answer right away. Okay? Now, if you really do not know how to do this, you can give the answer use your calculator to give the answer. How? Yeah, you go to mode 3 times, equation, choose equation, and how many unknowns do you have? 2. So choose 2. Now, what is your A1? A1 will be, make sure, but this one you have to learn to write in terms of AX plus BY plus C. You have to write in this format. A will be the coefficient. So in this case, let our X be H. So we will have 1H, and then the Y will be the K. So we have to bring this over, minus 3K, and then plus 9 equals to 0. And then this one, I have 0H, and then plus 3K, and minus 4 equals to 0. So with this, then only we can use the calculator. Our A1 is 1. Our B1 is negative 3. And our C1 is a 9. And then our A2 is 0. B2 is 3. And then our C2 is negative 4. So we found our answer X equals to 5, which H equals to 5. And then the Y is 4 over 3. 4 over 3. Oh, I'm sorry. You have to write like that. Equals to C. Your C has to be the other side. Your C has to be the other side. So negative 9. So positive 4. Then we'll get the answer. Okay, 4 over 3. Next question. State the coordinate of the points on the Cartesian plane. So just state lah. It's a very straightforward. Name the X. So look at A. We have to name the X-axis, X coordinate. So look down to X is 15. And the Y is 8. And for B, you look down to the X, that is negative 10. And the Y coordinates, look at the Y-axis. Look at the Y-axis. From B, it's 2. And the point C, you look at the X-axis, it's at the origin, is 0. And the Y is actually on the negative 4 itself. The D, look at the X-axis, that is 20. And the Y-axis is negative 8. So that's our answer. Very easy. Now, next, B. The diagram below shows 2 parallel lines, PQ and RS. So where's PQ? PQ, RS. And PQ, RS, and QT are straight line. PQ, RS, and QT, they are straight lines. So that would tell us the properties of angle. Now, you see, between these 2 parallel lines, this QT connects the PQ and RS. So this will be the transversal. And this will be another transversal. So we have to find X. X is from here to here. So do you see this triangle shape over here? We can find that first. Or there's so many ways that we can find. As I said before, the corresponding angle, F shape, alternate angle, and the interior angle. So over here, the first one that I see is the Z, the alternate angle. Do you see this one? So let's put this down. This is 87. Okay, so from here, I can find the Y right away because it's a straight line. And then let's look at, what about this one, the 31? I found another zigzag. right? Can you see that? So this is 31. Okay, and if this is 31, what else? Yeah, this is the triangle, and basically x is the exterior angle for the triangle. So when you have the exterior angle, it is equivalent to the sum of the two opposite the opposite interior angle. So if this is A, this is B, the A plus B, these interior angle are opposite to this, so it's equivalent to the exterior angle. Use this concept so we can find the x right away. Oh, we need to find x plus y. No need to do so many things. X plus y basically is from here up to here. From here up to here. I found 87. Do you think I can find this? Yeah. So let's find this one. This is 180. This one I say there are so many ways to find. Okay, never mind. We use the triangle way to find x first. So these two add up equals to the exterior angle x. Yeah, x. So x equals to 87 plus 31. X without degree, so my answer must have degree. 118. So we found x. Next, we can find y. Just now I already found that this is actually 87, and y is from here to here. This is a straight line. So y equivalent to 180 degree minus 87. So we will have 93 degree. So therefore, x plus y will equals to 118 plus 93. So we will have 211 degree. Okay. All right. Next, part C. Now in the diagram below, EFGHI, where is it? EFGHI is a pentagon. That means our N is 5 sides and HIJ is a straight line. So immediately we know that the angle over here, because we were told that it's a straight line. So the total angle at a point at a straight line is 180 degree. So over here we will have how many? How much? 85, yeah? Okay, so we got that 85 and we have all the interior angle labeled with values or even without the values. Then we can find M. So how do we find M? We know that this is a pentagon. How do we find the total interior angle in pentagon? Now, total interior angles in pentagon can be found using this formula, n minus 2 times 180. Okay, this is the formula you'll have to remember. Okay, if you do not know how to get this formula, you can just leave your comment down there and I will answer you. Okay, so total interior angle. So on the left hand side, we manually add up everything. This is 90, right? So we must start with somewhere. Start with 85. So 85 clockwise, yeah, 125. And then plus m minus 95 plus 90 plus m. So 5 angles, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So equals to 5 minus 2, which is 3, times 180. So we have 540, the total interior angle of pentagon. And on this side, let's group all the variable. We have 2m over there, 2m, and the rest of the number, let us total it, okay? Now, so we have 85 plus 125 minus 95 plus 90, and 85, 125 minus 95 plus 90. Okay, that's it. So 205. So plus 205 equals to 540. So therefore 2 and bring the 205 over. So 540 minus 205. So we have 540 minus the 205 is 335. So 335 degree, that is 2m. What we want is just m. So we divide the 335 by 2. Divide by 2. We got 167.5 degree. So find the value of m. So we have just found the value of m. All right, let's continue. Okay, so which question is this? We have come to question number 9, yeah? Okay, now complete the following table. Number of flat surface. All these you need to know lah. These are basic concept. So number of flat surface cylinder. If you cannot imagine, please just sketch it so that you have a better visual idea. So the number of flat surface will be 1, 2, 2, yeah? Top and bottom. Number of curved surface will be the body, 1. Number of edges, no sharp point over here. That since there is no, number of vertex is 0, but number of edges, yes, we have. Edges basically is the meeting point between the surface, yeah? Between the surface, two surfaces. Now next we have a square pyramid. So the square base and then on top. So just give you an idea of how does it look like. So number of flat surface, we have bottom and 4 sides on the all around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 flat surfaces. And do we have curved surface? No. Number of edges? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we have 8 edges. Vertices. It's a sharp point, the meeting point between the 3 surfaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5. So I would advise you to just sketch out so that you have a better visual idea. Yeah, sphere. So do we have flat surface? No. Curved surface? Only 1. No edges because only 1 surface. And there is surely no vertex. Vertex is a meeting point between 3 surfaces. Now next, the cone. So the cone you want to draw like that also can. The other side inverted also can. So number of flat surface only 1. Curved surface 1. Edges is 1. And the vertex is 1. That's it. Okay? You must get all correct to get 1 point here. One of them wrong, sorry. So this whole 4 of them is one package. All correct, get 1 mark. Yeah. Next, set square and protractor are not allowed. Okay, that means we have to use the compasses only. So the following diagram shows a quadrilateral FGHK. So FGHK with 135 here, 60 over there. So we have to construct at the back. So 135 and 60, 6 and 8 cm. So let's remember that. Okay, so before I draw, I write it down so that, yeah, something like that. Okay, double check. FGHK, FGHK, whereby this is 135. Okay, so that I do not need to keep flipping my page. All right, start with construct a full size of quadrilateral FGHK from the answer space given in answer space. We have KH over here, 6 cm. Let's see if it is 6 cm. Yes, even though it is not exactly 6 cm, but we just use whatever it's given. So next, we need to construct 60 degree first. So how do we construct 60 degree at K? Now, if you do not know, please refer to the video clip to to learn the basic of constructing 60 degrees. So I just go straight to the solution. 60 on K, so compass is on K, and construct. Okay, and then with the same measurement, put here. So this will get my 60 degree. So let's draw the straight line. Okay. How long? Doesn't matter. But must be long enough for us to, find the 8 cm. Yeah? Okay, so let's measure 8 cm from our ruler. Okay, so measure 8 cm. So this is 8. So let's put it on K here. So we have found the first point, that is the F, 60 degree. Now next 135. How do we construct 135? So 135 basically is 60 plus it's 90 plus 45. Agree? 90 plus 45, that means I have to construct 90 and bisect the 90 over here. Okay, so let's construct I just need to get the 45. So let's construct the 45 over here. 95. Okay, so this one I need to extend. I need to extend the H, the line of KH. Okay, so I got to extend this one. Now I need to construct 45 from the other side of H, from this side. So let's get the 90 first. Now, how to construct 90? I'm going to use the angle method to draw 90. So first construct the 60. All right, the first 60. Next, get my second 60. And then from here, bisect my second 60. Okay, and that should give me the 90 over here. Now, because this is not my answer, yeah, I want 135, not 90. So I need to, you see, I will have 90 this side and 90 this side. So I need to bisect the second 90 over here. So with that, I need to create the equidistant point from H first by using, I should have, extend this one. So that I will have 1 point here, 1 point here that is equidistant from the point H. This one not intersecting. Make sure that it's intersect with the straight line. Okay, so with that, I'm going to bisect. So because from here to here, this whole thing, this whole thing is 90 degrees. I'm going to bisect this 90. So measure more than half between these 2 points. Cut. Cut here. Okay, and then join this. All right, then how do we get the G? What other information do we have, huh? 8 cm, 6 cm? No, okay. We don't have other information. So I don't know where is my G. I think there's flaws in this question. Now, according to, give me a second, let me check, yeah? Okay, I'm back now. According to the marking scheme, there's actually a 90-degree over here. So it's not given in the question. So I probably it's the printing error. So we have to create the point G. And we know that F will make a 90-degree with the line HG. That means we have to construct a 90-degree from F to the straight line. That means we have to create a perpendicular line passing through a point not on the straight line. So what do we do? So you can refer to the video clip on how to construct this one under the title Construct a Perpendicular Line Passing Through a Point Not on the Line Given. Okay, so let's extend this now. So since the 90-degree has to pass through F, so my compasses has to be on F, and then extend so that it's long enough to intersect the straight line at 2 points. Okay, so it's over here and here, and then from there we measure more than half between that 2 points, and then we construct the perpendicular bisector. Okay, so that's the point. Then join this to F, and that is our G. Okay, so G is here. So we have done the construction question. Now, based on the diagram constructor, we need to measure the length of FG. So let's measure the FG. So we will have 6.2 as our answer. Therefore, don't forget to answer all the questions. FG equals to 6.2 cm. Okay, that's it. 6 marks. Where does the mark given? 1 mark for 60. Okay, and then 1 mark for your F, point F. Okay, and then 1 mark for your bisect of 45, bisect of 90 to get 45 to get this line. Okay, and then 1 mark for this, and then the 1 mark for the whole diagram. 5 already, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last mark will be your measurement, 6.2. Okay, so that's it. Last question. Okay, in the box below, the sum of every row and column and the diagonal is the same. So we need to find the value of y. So how do we do? So you see the row here, -6 plus 2 plus -5. It must be the same as the column. So equals to 2 plus -3 plus y. So let's solve this one using your calculator. Okay, or you can just solve manually. -6 plus 2 minus 5 equals to 2 minus 3 plus y. -6 plus 2 is -4 minus 5, -9 equals to 2 minus 3, -1 plus y. So you want to find y. Y has to be positive. So this one bring across to the other side. This one not moving, so copy exactly the same. -1 go there, become +1 over here. So therefore, y will equals to -8. Always write the variable on the left-hand side. Okay? So that is our 10A. Next, 10B. This is algebraic fraction. It's just like it's just like normal fraction question. Now we need to express y in terms of x and k. Now express y, that means y will be our subject. Subject has to be on the left hand side of the equation, and it has to be 1 as coefficient, and it has to be a whole number, not in the fraction form. So in this case, my y is actually in this second term over here. So let's move this term, the 1 over x, to the other side first. So 1 over k will equal, minus 1 over x will equals to 3 over y. So let's solve this one. Combine these two fractions. Find the lowest common multiple so that both will have the same denominator. Once the denominator is equal, then we can combine the numerator. So 1 times x is x minus 1 times k is k. So equals to 3 over y. Now, since I want y to be my subject, this is single fraction, then we can flip the right side and the same time flip the left hand side, only when you have single term to single term. So we will have kx over x minus k equals to y over 3. Now I want y, not y over 3, so the 3 goes up. So now we write y equals to 3kx over x minus k. Am I too fast? If I just bring this up, it will be 3kx over x minus k equals to y. But as I said, the subject has to be on the left-hand side, so we write in its mirror image, the right y, it's moved to the left side. Just write the mirror image as though that you are seeing this on the other side of the paper. Okay? So that's it, 3 marks. Now next, the last part, the easiest one to score, which is plotting the graph. Use the graph paper provided in the question, and this table of values will tell us what value to plot. But the most important is looking at the instruction with the scale 2 cm to 1 unit on x-axis. So you see, let me highlight this one. Your x-axis has to be every 2 cm representing 1 unit, and y-axis is 2 cm to 5 units. We have to use the scale given. Without that, we don't get marks. Yeah, and then with that one, we have to plot all the points. So in this case, I need to use the graph paper. Now the graph paper will be given in the question itself, but I don't want to flipping the page back and forth, so I use another graph paper so that you can I can look at the value right away. So just remember, okay, so we have the x from the smallest -4 to the biggest 4. That is the range for the x. Whereby for the y, the range will be from the smallest -26 up to y14. So with that, we have to plan our graph. You can just do a simple sketching so that you know roughly where you should draw your x-axis and y-axis. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 over here, and 1, 2, 3, 4 over here, and 14, okay, 14 somewhere here, and more on the down part because it's up to -26. So if this is your graph paper, your axis will be shifted slightly upward to your graph paper. Okay, so okay, I'm going to use this yeah, so that you can see hopefully you can see everything, the whole page. Yeah? So as I said just now, we should draw something like this, whereby it's equal on both sides of your x-axis. So let's draw the y-axis right in the middle. So x-axis will be shifted slightly upwards so that we have enough space to put our maximum 14. So since it's 5 units in y, so the max will be 15. Okay. So in this case, now how do we draw on the graph paper? I find a lot of students, they don't know how to use the graph paper. You see the darker line over here and the very lighter lines in the middle. So for this darker line, the square is basically 2 cm by 2 cm, and the inner one will be 1 cm. So over here just now, the question says the scale used has to be 2 cm to 1 unit on x and 2 cm on 5 units. So we have to use the darker line. So use the darker line to draw our axis. Do not draw the axis on the lighter line. Just draw the axis on the darker line. Okay, and because we need maximum 15, so let's give some space. This one to be 15. Plan first, 15, and then 10, 5, 0, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So, okay. So it's just nice, yeah? So we will have our use pencil to draw the graph. Every drawing has to be, we have to use the pencil to draw. So this is 15 over here. So therefore, we shall have, is it equal on both x and y? I mean, for both x-axis. Okay, let's draw this one. Mark down, this is our y-axis. Now, so this will be 10, 5, because every 2 cm. And then this will be our 0. Okay. If you have long ruler, you should bring long ruler into the exam hall. Yeah? So this is the origin. Every 2 cm, 1 unit on x-axis. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we have to do slightly more. And over here will be -1, -2, -3, and -4. Yes, we can maximize the usage. Even the age also can be, our scale can be marked till the end of the paper, the graph paper. Okay, and for the negative part of the y, then it will be -5, -10, -15, -20, -25, and -30. Okay, now next we will plot the point. Okay, this one we need to put the values side by side. Okay, so when x is -4, y is 14. So where is x -4? Here. When x -4 and y have to be 14. 14, this is 10. So every 2 cm is 1 unit. I mean 0.2 cm. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 here, x equals to 4 here, y equals to 14 here. So we will go and join here. That will be, at this point, x is -4, y is y is positive 14. Next, -3 and 4. So the x is -3 and the y is 4. 4 is here. So we will go to the x -3. So plot here. Double check, -3x and 4 positive here. Next, -2 and -2. This is -5, -1 here, -2 here. So it's here. Double check, your x-axis value is -2 and your y is the fourth one. 1, 2. Okay. Next, -1 and -5. -1 here, -5 here. Okay, 0, -6 when it is 0, then negative 6. Where is it? Yeah, it's over here, negative 6. All right. Next, when it is a 1, it is negative 7.3. When it is 1, it is negative 7. Where is negative? Okay, negative 5, 6, 7. This is 7.5. 7.3 will be somewhere here. So this one we have to just put an estimation. No need to be too accurate over here. Next, we will have 2 and then 10, negative 10. And then 3, negative 16. This is negative 15, negative 16 down here. Don't use dot, yeah? Use X to mark your point. And when it is 4, is negative 26. So 25 is here. Negative 26 is here. Okay, so we're going to join this graph together. So do you notice that it keep going down? Okay, and the graph move from here, here, here. And imagine that it's a very smooth graph. This is actually a cubic graph. So let's join all the points together. Hold your breath and join the points. Okay, and allow me to move my paper sideways so that I can draw a smooth graph at one go. See from here, yeah? So I have to join to here. Okay. All right. And then over here, you're going to join it down. The bending will be very smooth that you go like that, coming down. So for the second part of the graph, I will need to go like this, continue. Hold my breath. Yep, that's it. So this is my graph. Okay, that's it for the whole question of Model Test 4. The total time taken is 1 hour and 46 minutes. Of course, because I'm talking. So if imagine you just concentrate and do, you see, I do and explain at the same time. The time taken is only 1 hour and 46 minutes. So imagine that you're focusing. You can actually finish the whole paper in less than 1.5 hours. Okay, in less than 1.5 hours, and you still have 30 minutes to check. So, okay, that's it. Thank you.